the truth.
You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.
Greetings and salutations. I hope that your hearts are well and your mind is good. It is your boy. I am Big Frank, Elder Frank, soon come Executive Pastor Frank. All of those things I am by the grace of Jehovah. Do me a favor when you tap in, share, like, subscribe, do all those things. Those who are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and tap in and share. Those who are watching on Facebook, please share, because I'm going to get into a dialogue today because I've been silent. You may be asking, Big Frank, where you been? I am father, I am husband, I am pastor, I am leader, I am worker, okay, all those things. But we're getting ready to dive into a conversation that I believe is required because there's been a lot of rhetoric happening, and we'll dive into it quickly as possible and be as efficient as we can be. Let us go back into time. Let's go back to last week, last week, Wednesday. There was a city council meeting that I did not start at in the beginning. I came about the middle and to the end. Before I even begin my rhetoric, allow me, I'll give kudos and a shout out to the council for doing their job. At that time, it was Bridget Miles, Vincent Cawley, Zajac, and Jim Perry. There were some dialogue and conversations just for checks and balances. There was some back and forth with the objective to get more clarity on things. And then we have this standstill for quite a few things. So let me be clear with this conversation, because after the city council meeting, there was a series of posts talking about, they just blocked this and blocked that. If you were not present, you would not understand the dialogue or the conversation. So allow me first to give you a basic understanding to what happened at the city council meeting to why things ended up as a standstill. All right, listen to me. The people who are requesting money or contracts, number one, are not in the room. So any questions that are unanswered based off of documentation that has submitted, those questions can be presented but can't be answered. And the general consensus is, hey, we would just like more information on what the plan is for what you are requesting. Give grant, grass cutting, streets and roads. That we are not just giving you money and just giving you just because you asked for it. What is the plan of action? What is the desired execution? So before anything was denied, before anything was put at a standstill or a stall, the conversation was and has been, hey, we need more information regarding this agreement. Meaning, let me pause here. The council is already presented a packet. In that packet is the mayor's desire and some information. And they have to review that and come to a conclusion. And they come to find out that the information submitted in the packet is not enough information to make a solid decision if this contract is worth having. Put a pin in that. We must understand also that the city of Niagara Falls, New York, has a history of piss poor connections and collaborations. That's the history. You can't go back, you can't flip it. We've had RFPs, we had collaborations, and they have not yielded positive in our return. Or we say yes to something last minute and realize that it wasn't efficient. Now we have to come back around and try it again. What I'm saying is the history have shown that we have not vetted or done our due diligence in the collaboration of contracts with others. And when they do not fulfill the agreement, we realize, oh, that wasn't in the contract. Oh, that wasn't a part of the plan. What I'm saying is we are now have a responsibility to make sure if you are asking for money or resources, we want a clearer understanding of how things are going to be executed. Does that make sense? You can run back. You can run back through Main Street collaboration. You can go back through contractors collaborations. You can go back to community development organizers, meaning that we get into contracts and they don't yield what they're supposed to yield. So City Hall says, you know what? I'm not against the police. I'm not against the GIVE project. I'm not against what you're asking for. But what we're asking for is more information before we approve this. So the first ticket on the table was to postpone. Hey, let's not say yes. Let's not say no. Let's table it until we get more information. Which really means that one, a special meeting could have been called, or two, this could have walked back on the docket in 2 weeks. So before we get to this, oh, they declined it, they just said no, that's the end resolve, but give it proper context to why that was the case. Now, let's dive a little deeper, right? So they make the position or the motion to, hey, let's just wait on this because I need more information. Bridget Miles agrees. Vincent Cawley agrees. Brian Archie is not present. Keep him in your prayer, keep him lifted as he executes life. He has his own journey of things happening. But Zajac and Perry declined the postponing, which means that motion does not pass. You with me? So now the original motion is on the table to approve that which they're asking for. Bridget Miles says no. Vincent Cawley says no. Zajac says yes. Perry says yes. That means that thing is defeated because it is a 2-2 situation and nobody wins the vote. So it is defeated. So that motion is now doesn't pass. This happens for several items on the agenda. Granted. All right. Motion to postpone doesn't happen. Go back around and vote. We're not going to agree until we get the information that we're requesting. Now, allow me to give some wisdom. And I said this in a message. If you are going to ask the City of Niagara Falls for funding or approve state funding, if you are a head of the organization or department, you should be present to be able to answer any questions that may come up with your request. Wisdom. Department heads, organizational leaders, if there are questions, you should be present to execute. And watch what I'm getting ready to say. If you don't have the answers in the moment, it's okay. You can provide them in a few days' time. Now, allow me to jump into this thing we call the GIVE grant, which is a gun violence prevention program. But here is a challenge that we have. Let me pull it up. There was a whistleblower who alleged that the GIVE grant money was not handled properly. It is allotted for overtime. It is allotted for different things for sure. It's allotted to handle these things. Did they know about the meeting in advance so they could be there? I agree. If you're not there making a big deal. Absolutely, because how do you... Now, I can't confirm that because I don't know the email process or strategy. But what I do know that there's a board that you have to come to first. Hey, this is what we want to do. And the mayor then has to walk these items on. It would inform them ideally, hey, we're getting ready to vote on this. you have a response the next day because the decline was right there. Had it been a yes, it would have been right there. So it would be my hope, Ruth, that they do get that information to know, because you need to be present. Because again, the council stated, we're not against the program. We just got some information from an internal whistleblower to say that funds are not handled well. Watch this. And based off of history, Niagara Falls has not always handled finances well. So what I'm saying is, the gift grant, yes, is a buyback for guns program. It pays for overtime. It does these things, but then the whistleblower says they're saying that they're paying for overtime for overseeing a project versus doing the project, right? So these things matter. These elements matter, right? So it's just like, how are you handling the funds? This comes up. This now sparks a concern, and council requests, hey, just give us a breakdown of how you're going to execute the funds. More detail, but it ain't got to probably be strategic. Hey, this is the breakdown, what we're going to do with the funds. This is what they're going to be applied to, because inside the packet, what's the packet, is what the council is given in advance, highlights moments, but it's not enough information. They ask for more information. Watch what I'm saying. So that gift grant does not happen. Doesn't happen. Okay, not a problem. They need more information. More information means that, hey, send me an email, send me a message, let us know what the plan is. And you cannot tell me they don't know, because the gift grant has been getting money for some years now, which means all you really have to do, if in alignment, is show what you did last year and plan it again for this year. I'm just saying, if last year or 2 years, whenever we got the last grant, got the grant, and you can approve what you did to the funds, you're going to most likely do the same type of things the following year. That is a projection. And that's nothing more but the email and the message, bam, in 2 weeks, now approved. But instead of that simplicity, and I think that's the practical side of it, instead of that, we got the mayor's comment on Friday. Then we got a press release that happened earlier today, if I'm not mistaken, about how the council just interfered with the plan. You got the guns on the table. Wait a minute. If you just sent a message and had a special meeting like you have for other things, this would be the resolve. Let me pause here. That would be the resolve. We want more information. You provided more information. Special meeting. Let's vote. We're on to the docket. And that same conversation is for the other elements as well. Because I get the frustration that because watch what I'm getting ready to say, because you've decided to ask more questions to manage things better, it causes a little bit of delay. It doesn't have to be a month delay, a year delay. It could be 2 weeks delayed. Come on, you know what it means. The one check that comes a little bit, you want the mail on Monday, but it came on Wednesday. A little delay, which means that the problem ain't that they denied or shut down the motion. The problem is that those who are trying to bid for money from the city or from the state won't submit a plan. Granted, watch this. Let me get off the gift grant and get into the grass cutting. What lots does the city own? Number one. And if you're going to give you a contract to manage those lots and cities, how many lots are you responsible for? Giving you grace dealing with the rain and the weather, what is your projection or your strategy on cutting the grass? What is that projection and strategy? Same concept for the road. What is the strategy of execution? Because what we've done is we've thrown money with expectation and still come up short. So I'm not mad that the council didn't allow certain things to go through. They can get on here and say what they want to say, but they're checking for checks and balances. Balancing the check. What I wrote, what you said, is it going to happen? Now, that causes a delay. I understand. Cutting grass delay, street delay. I get it. But also, it doesn't have to. What you mean, Frank? What I'm saying is, and I'm repeating myself now because it's really just, if I tell you I need to know 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you have the answers to 1, 2, 3, and 4, send them. If you don't have those answers, hey, can you get those answers in a week and a half process to give us a projection of what you're getting ready to do? That sounds like good management of finances and funds. Because, this I said to my wife recently, how can I talk about being financially fair if I don't have a clear understanding of where my money is going and how it's going to work for me? Hello, counsel. You want me to give you a grant to cut grass, but you haven't confirmed with me how many lots will you cut? What is the projected completion? At the end of the project, like, what does it take to maintain? I need to understand that my agreement with you, can you handle? Why would you ask that question? Because we gave a contract to a dog shelter who couldn't handle the dogs. This history, I'm just saying. We have a history of giving buildings to a company who can't even build with the buildings. Blue Cardinal. We have a history of getting somebody to come and do community development but taking $50,000. I'm just saying, I'm not here just to highlight the issues. What's the solution, Frank? What I'm saying is the solution. That makes sense. You shouldn't deny someone. My eyes. You should deny someone who is not giving. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, and I want to make this clear. Because I was at the meeting, part of the noise. You're trying to fix my stand. The council wasn't against these things. They just wanted clarity. What is it? What are we paying for? What are we paying for? And what they're giving in the packet is a packet that has surface information. It's available on the website. But then after that, it's like, no, we want more information. Give me more information, then we can call a special meeting, and that which was on the docket happens. Here's my part 2, and I'm going to be a little bit messy here, okay? Light mess. Not guaranteed mess, light mess. Watch this. Because there was a denial of the motion. Because there was a denial of the motion. Where we at for time? The denial of the motion. Instead of getting information to who needs it, to have a special meeting to approve it, they make 2 phone calls or send a letter out saying because they did not accept our gift grant, national night out, and track team, watch what I'm getting ready to say here, pay attention, we can't come to your event. That's 1. 2 is, these 2 events, I'm going to say that because I know nobody else to come forward with a decline, are in the urban community, not black or white, have and have nots. So you're telling me, and this is literally 1 week away, one or 2 weeks out, 3 weeks maybe for the track, because they asked for more information and it didn't go. Now you cannot go to the event, which is in 2 days, but you planned on it. But if you send the information, you can easily just be present. And then you target an organization, again, and I'm going to say this, and I mean no racism, because I don't really have that those demographics to fight with. But it's funny how the urban community gets shot by the organization that's not supposed to shoot because they ain't got no guns. But I found that odd that you declined these 2. But what about the other things that you are a part of? I'm not saying they might be the least on the polling home, but that's terrible. They should go if they say right, because mind you that, and I try to make it, the only problem is they wanted more information, and because maybe I'm not inside the internal workings of the gift grant situation, but if I've done work for the last 3 or 4 years, and we kind of kept the same pattern of execution, that's probably the same people we ask for money, I should be able to demonstrate, hey, this is what we've done with the fund. And this is what we plan to do. I'm not saying you got to give me the full booklet, dollar by dollar, cent by cent. Give me a better detail of approximate allocation. If overtime is going to be a part of that, hey, $50,000 is going to overtime. All right, cool. Hey, we're only giving to community block up grants and those things. We're only allotted $75,000 in total for. You know what I'm saying? That is a more detailed information without giving booklets or paperwork. I just think that is fair. And if you're going to pave the streets and be that, hey, what is your strategy? What is your strategy? What is your plan? Okay. What is your projection on how many roads will you complete? Granted, weather plays a role. Citation, whatever the road, there's other parts to it, but what is your projection and what can I hold you to? And whatever you don't complete, does that roll over into the next year you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, y'all, it is practicality to some of these things. So before you jump down somebody's throat for doing their job and doing it what I call well, consider it. Because let's make it personal. What if National Grid just say, oh, give me $2,000? Wait, did I use $2,000? No, just give me $2,000. This is going to cover your electric bill. But there's no documentation to show your usage. It's no documentation to show where you went high, where you went low, to show you the surcharges. Just pay me. Because that's crazy. Imagine going to the store, someone looking at your buggy, or you got groceries, just pay me $5.50. You ain't ringing nothing up. You don't know what's food stamps, what's not, what's WIC, what's not. You just gonna charge me? Details matter. And that is simply good quality management. So listen, those are my sense. Those are my pieces of conversation and dialogue concerning the matter. It is my hope that the organizations show up when asking for funds. Solution, Joe. It is my hope that even the mayor who runs the City of Niagara Falls would at least show up quarterly, every third meeting, to be present. You may not even have to speak, to be present at City Council. Because my dilemma is you got a whole lot of commentary outside the room, but can't handle the heat in the room. Be present. Now, not just the opening of the business, not just at your Friday rant or panter, but be present among us. Hear us. That's all. And let us be transparent enough to say, hey, I tried this and it didn't work. It was a waste. But let's try something different. Let's try something new. But hey, we don't have that kind of collaboration or connection. Listen, City Council, again, of Niagara Falls, New York, I commend you for your due diligence. It is my hope that every organization, every city that sees this, what's the solution? Just provide a strategy, provide an idea, provide a concept so that the council can see it, be confident in it, and approve it, and we can move forward. If you don't have an idea or a plan, it should not be approved. It's your boy, Big Frank. Thank you for your time this evening. Hopefully this catches you wherever you are, and I wish you the best. Be at peace. Don't waste your money or your funds. If they ain't got a plan of execution, don't pay it. Not just for City Council, but for life. Listen, this platform I oftentimes use as my own. Thank you. As my own studio, but I want you to understand that Hanley Holding Studios is open to the public. If you want a podcast, you want to talk, you want to drop knowledge, you want to be a voice, reach out to me, 716-371-1903. 716-371-1903. Your voice can be heard. You can set up your own podcast, get your intro, communicate with people, because we need to hear not just my voice, but the voices of this region. I holler at y'all. Be at peace. Be encouraged. God has you. And it is well. Until we meet again, I holler at you. Peace.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.